Congressional races in Washington state this year are on track to set new spending records, including 3 closely watched races, one of which will fill Congressman Dave Reichert's seat. King 5 political reporter Natalie Brand is following the money and is here to sort it all out for us. Natalie.
That's right, Lori. King 5 is tracking the fundraising dollars, paying extra close attention to the congressional races in Washington's 8th District and Eastern Washington's 5th District. These charts are specially designed to help you get a better idea of the source of campaign contributions as well as where they're coming from out of state or right here in Washington.
So let's take a closer look at the race between Republican Dino Rossi and Democrat Kim Schreyer. Rossi has raised more than $3 million so far. The peak of his fundraising happened in September of last year when he entered the race. The majority of his money, more than 85%, is coming from individuals. But you can see nearly 13% comes from political action committees, which is where some of the big spending and special interest group money comes from in campaigns. When you take a closer look into Rossi's donors, you see this PAC keeps appearing, Club for Growth, donating more than $150,000 to Rossi so far. That's a conservative, free market, limited government group, and you can see Rossi is on their list of endorsed candidates. And now turning to Dr. Kim Schreyer. She has less PAC money, under 3%. And if you take a closer look at her donors, you see a number of labor groups, as well as Emily's List, a group that supports female candidates. Most of the money coming from individuals, as well as Act Blue. That's an online Democratic fundraising tool based in Massachusetts, which is why you can see here that Massachusetts appears at the top of the list for out-of-state contributions. Act Blue also shows up quite a bit on Democrat Lisa Brown's page. She's the candidate challenging Republican incumbent Cathy McMorris Rogers in the 5th District. Brown has raised nearly $2.4 million so far, and you can see this is a big money race. McMorris Rogers, a member of GOP leadership in the U.S. House, has raised more than $3.8 million, and we're still in the month of August. You can see her fundraising really ramped up in the months ahead of the primary. Nearly 38% of that money is coming from PACs, and if you take a closer look at where exactly the money's coming from, you can see McMorris Rogers set up a joint fundraising PAC called American Dream Project with a number of big-name donors, including Edmund Schweitzer of Schweitzer Engineering Labs in Pullman.
And already more money has been raised in this year's race in the 5th District compared to the last time Cathy McMorris Rogers was up for re-election in 2016. That's also the case for the 8th Congressional District as well by a long shot this year. If you want to take a closer look at these charts and track the money for yourself, they were built by Microsoft Power BI's technology. We have them online. Just go to king5.com/politics. Send it back.